you hear the word bimbo, your mind might go to famous actresses and celebrities of the 20th century and early 2000s, stereotyped into pretty but dumb roles. But the term bimbo has undergone a radical transformation in recent years, turning it from a misogynistic label to a phrase that some find empowering.
Bimbo is no longer, a derogatory term used by men to shame women. It's empowering now.
The use of bimbo has gone from insult,
"You're just another one of his stupid bimbos,"
to a community that people are proud to be part of.
I love being a bimbo.
Let's talk about how this shift has happened, what it means, and if being a bimbo can ever truly be empowering. Though it's starting to be used more frequently, bimbo is far from a new word. It found its way into American slang in the 20th century, popularized by a 1920 pop song. For most people, the connotations of the word bimbo are undoubtedly negative. It evokes an image of a hot, promiscuous, ditzy woman, loved for her sex appeal but mocked for her stupidity.
I love their vacant, trusting stares, their sluggish, unencumbered minds, their unresolved daddy issues.
Up until recently, no one would describe themselves as a bimbo. Rather, it was an insult against women, generally flung around at anyone deemed too promiscuous.
That's the beauty of being a girl in high school. People hear you had sex once and bam, you're a bimbo.
This trope overlaps with many other tropes about women, from the dumb blonde to the girly girl. The main distinction being that the bimbo is always sexual and sexualized.
Like my body?
She's denied humanity and three-dimensionality, existing as a sex object for men and a sexist symbol for women. A character who implies that, for women, smartness and hotness are mutually exclusive.
What is Walmart? It's like they sell wall stuff?
Until quite recently, bimbo was always a label to be avoided.
And here you thought I was just another bubble-headed blonde bimbo.
However, our definition of a bimbo and stance on it is shifting. The new age bimbo maintains the main aspects of the trope, being hot and being dumb, but with a focus on some different traits. This new definition of a bimbo highlights her positive attributes, like how she radiates confidence.
Always dress like a princess. If you do, you'll be treated like one.
Popular TikTok bimbo Chrissy Chapeka focuses on traits like being comfortable in your own skin and not caring what others think. There have also been some traits added, and often an emphasis on the bimbo being a leftist. Chrissy also states that bimbos are
pro-sex work, pro-Black Lives Matter, pro-LGBTQ, pro-choice, and will always be there for her girls, gays, and nays.
Clearly, this modern-day bimbo is far more educated than the stereotypical bimbo.
A bimbo isn't dumb. She's actually a radical leftist.
Many say that it's even a protest against elitism in academia, defying our typical notions of what intelligence is.
Intelligence is a spectrum, so someone who has extensive physics knowledge and someone who has extensive fashion knowledge can be equally as smart in their own respective fields.
The stereotypical ditziness of the bimbo, though, still definitely remains part of the trope.
Who gives a fuck if it's hard for you to count to 4? That doesn't mean you should be treated poorly.
We are reminded by these new takes on being a bimbo that not everything about the bimbo trope is bad. Take, for example, famous bimbo Karen from Mean Girls.
My breasts can always tell when it's gonna rain.
Though she's undeniably ditzy, she ends up being one of the most likable and caring characters in the entire film. The modern-day bimbo also has a different aesthetic. Though she maintains the basic aspects like wearing lots of pink, her looks have been shaped by social media, meaning the new age bimbo often comes along with a Y2K, bright glam look.
The early 2000s were the hottest years in fashion history.
And she tends to unabashedly wear lots of colorful and expressive makeup. What's really important about her aesthetic is that it's so undeniably feminine, and therefore a fight against how the patriarchy deems femininity something to be avoided. Today, the bimbo is used as a way of reclaiming hyperfemininity.
A bimbo is hyper-feminine, hot.
This increase in popularity of people becoming bimbos, bimbofication if you will, is likely a result of previous tropes. For many, this might be a response to tropes that require women to be deep and intelligent, such as the girl boss, which asks women to run their own companies and be on that hustle, and the manic pixie dream girl, which asks women to be unique and mysterious. Faced with these reductive tropes, some might want to go in the exact opposite direction by embracing the hot airhead label. Overall, one of the biggest differences between these two definitions of being a bimbo is how it relates to men. While the original bimbo exists to please men, a main attribute of the new age bimbo is that she pisses off men.
Men could stop talking at any point in time, but they keep doing it! Shut up! Stop it!
This new trope creates a safe, inclusive environment for women.
So if you're a bimbo, a girl, a gay, or a they, this is the place for you.
In The Concordian, Nadia Trudel even said that seeing these TikToks has encouraged me to be more unapologetically confident and take pride in my appearance without feeling shallow.
Wow, I really am the hottest bitch I've ever seen.
It's something powerful for women to be reclaiming what has historically been an insult.
I get to express myself and express my sexuality without shame.
But at the same time, is it not strange that female empowerment looks exactly the same as what has historically been a male fantasy? Is it possible that we're just repackaging the male gaze into something that feels empowering? An important aspect of the trope is that being a bimbo includes being hot, but the new age bimbo tells us that anyone can be hot. Overall, a good message.
All that matters is that you are both physically and mentally hot and sexy on your own terms.
But simultaneously, there's a lot of talk of things like plastic surgery that are all about fitting into the beauty standard.
Botox and fillers are a key part of the bimbo look.
Though being a bimbo might annoy some men, it still can ultimately adhere to the male gaze.
I don't do this for the misogynistic male gaze. I do it for my gaze.
Another aspect of the modern-day bimbo movement that makes it a bit less feminist is the lack of intersectionality. The most popular TikTok bimbos tend to be very privileged women, leaving little room for conversations about feminism that take into account more marginalized perspectives. Theoretically, it's a community with room for everyone.
The bimbo has no gender, no race, no class or ability.
But this diversity often isn't seen in the most popular bimbo influencers. In the end, the idea of the bimbo is a very mixed bag. While it can address important feminist topics,
Bimbos like to get a lot of sleep before they dismantle the patriarchy.
It obviously lacks much of the nuance of other forms of feminism. But after so many years of demonizing things like femininity and being basic, a demonstration of the power in femininity is welcome. The bimbo movement reminds us of the positive traits of the quote-unquote bimbo and helps us move towards a future where women can decide what they do and don't want to be labeled as. And it's worth noting that being a bimbo usually comes with a certain level of self-awareness and irony.
Not a dumb blonde, but very good at pretending to be one.
Though they may create more vacuous personas, today's new age bimbos tend to be very interesting and articulate women. And ultimately, good for them for finding a style and community that makes them happy. Personally, all I need to be happy is complaining about movies on the internet, but whatever works.
I'm a bimbo and I'm proud!
Thanks for watching. This is a really nuanced topic, so please let me know in the comments what you think about the bimbo trope. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it feminist? Is it not? I'd love to know, and as always, feel free to like and subscribe. See you next time.